On today's episode, Elon Musk's supercomputer obsession pushes Grok to new heights, the Tesla bot takes a tumble, the Cybercab engineering is revealed, and the Cybertruck goes furry. Will Elon Musk ever stop building supercomputers? Doesn't look like it. This is what Elon says in response to reports that xAI plans to expand their Colossus data center in Memphis to 1 million NVIDIA GPUs. Nope, at least 1 billion GPUs. He does follow up with his latest favorite topic, Kardashev scale, with just trying to get measly 1% completion of a puny Kardashev Type 1 civilization, which if you haven't already gone down that rabbit hole, a Type 1 civilization is able to access and consume all of the energy available on their planet. So Elon is pretty much saying that Colossus will eventually grow to consume 1% of all the energy that the Earth has to offer, which is an unfathomable amount that would include all of the energy available to us from the sun and all of the energy trapped inside the planet's super hot core. In another discussion with Google CEO Sundar Pichai, Elon says any self-respecting civilization should at least reach Kardashev Type 2. In my opinion, we are currently only at less than 5% of Type 1. To get 30%, we would need to place solar panels in all desert or highly arid regions. Serious researchers, as we are here at Tesla Space, we looked it up, and Elon has mentioned Kardashev no less than 13 times since February 18th this year, and not before. But back to our puny civilization, we have a very exciting new example of just what xAI has been using all of that energy to create. For the second time this year, Grok has been given a significant upgrade. Grok AI can now generate images way better than before with xAI's new in-house image model. The company writes in a new blog post, "We've enhanced Grok's image generation abilities with a new model, codenamed Aurora. Aurora is an autoregressive mixture of experts network trained to predict the next token from interleaved text and image data. We trained the model on billions of examples from the internet, giving it a deep understanding of the world. As a result, it excels at photorealistic rendering and precisely following text instructions. Beyond text, the model also has native support for multimodal input, allowing it to take inspiration from or directly edit user-provided images. Most importantly, it can now accurately draw the Cybertruck, Tesla Semi, Cybercab, and Optimus. Grok's new Aurora model seems to be specifically tuned towards photorealistic output. Any previous images generated with Grok were handled by a third-party model called Flux that was created by Black Forest Labs and integrated into the Grok chatbot. So from now on, Grok is using its own models for both text and image created by xAI using their training infrastructure at Colossus. And not only can it generate images, but understand them too. Elon confirms that you can upload anything from a phone picture of your blood test results to an MRI or X-ray, and Grok will analyze it for you. His response comes as a longtime tech industry blogger and AI heavyweight Robert Scoble discovered Grok can analyze the image of a surgical incision and provide insights on whether the wound is healing well. Grok is now also free in most regions for 10 questions every 2 hours and 3 images per day. Full access is still reserved for X Premium subscribers. Tesla is all about pushing boundaries with cutting-edge technology, and it's got me thinking about how we can bring that same level of innovation into our daily lives. One great example of that is our sponsor for today's video, Exter, a brand that's taken everyday carry essentials to the next level. Exter's wallets are not only ultra slim and stylish, but they're designed with functionality in mind. They've introduced this really clever quick access card system where with just the press of a button, your card pops up ready to go. It's perfect when you're in a rush or just want to keep things simple. One feature that stands out is their RFID blocking technology, which protects your cards from wireless theft. And with more of us using contactless payments, that kind of security is becoming more important than ever. But here's what I love the most: Exter's wallet trackers. They have one for iOS that you can link to Apple MyFind and a solar-powered option for Android. So, lose your wallet? No problem. 2 hours of sunlight gives you 3 months of tracking so you can always find it, whether it's buried in your couch or left behind in a cafe. This holiday season, Exter is offering an incredible 55% off in their Christmas sale when you use my code TESLASPACE. It's the perfect time to grab one for yourself or as a gift. You'll find all the details and the link in the description. Now let's get back to the video. Tesla has released a new video of Optimus roaming free on the hillsides of Silicon Valley. What could he be looking for? Going up and down these steep hills is seriously impressive stuff, but we can't get enough of what happens in the end. Optimus slips in the loose dirt of the garden and somehow stays up. I know my ass would have hit the ground on that one for sure. The vice president of Optimus AI at Tesla, Milan Kovac, added some context to this clip, writing, "These runs are on mulched ground where I've myself slipped before. What's really crazy here is that for these, Optimus is actually blind, keeping its balance without video, yet only other onboard sensors are controlled by a neural net running in around 2 to 3 milliseconds on its embedded computer. More exciting work happening on adding vision so it can better plan ahead, making the gate look more natural on such rough terrain, making it more responsive to velocity and direction commands, learning how to fall to minimize damage when unavoidable, and stand back up." Milan here and other leaders of the Optimus AI team are calling for people excited about such progress to join the team. Here's Julian Ibars, Senior Manager, Optimus AI at Tesla, confirming to us in his recruiting pitch that our goal is to make thousands of robots doing useful things before the end of 2025. Oh, and just recently, Elon also dropped a note on Optimus price and volume expectations. Optimus is a very sophisticated robot. It will be immensely difficult to get the cost to $20,000. Not easy at all, but it will eventually happen. Production volume needs to be above 1 million per year for that. Price will be driven by demand, but eventually, even price will get to around $20,000. Tesla has been showcasing its Cybercab in showroom locations all over the US, and Tesla even shipped one to Europe, as we recently reported from London. One of the showrooms recently held an event where several members of the Tesla engineering team were present to give additional insight about the Cybercab. Eric E., Tesla's lead engineer for Cybercab, and coincidentally, the one Tesla employee who has been able to keep his family name a secret so far, gave a 5-minute talk about the Cybercab at the event. Here's what we found noteworthy. Eric confirmed that the Cybercab has only 2 seats because 82% of ride-hailing miles are driven currently with 2 riders or less. This seems to be a very specific number this time. The efficiency focus on the Cybercab is not only meant to squeeze as many miles out of each kilowatt-hour as possible, which it is, but the design also had efficiency in mind, also for autonomous fleet operations like cleaning the car and performing maintenance. Eric says the car has very few pockets of space, so it'd demand less from cleaning crews. Tires are one of the few but very important maintenance requirements the Cybercab will have. Eric said the team is aiming for at least a 60,000-mile replacement requirement. Regarding the butterfly doors, Eric says it allows for better ingress and egress. If you're unfamiliar with the term in a vehicle sense, know that the automakers test extensively the ingress and egress by simulating occupants' movements while they enter and exit a vehicle. Here's a little detail we did not think of specifically before. Thanks to this door design, they could move the B-pillar further back, which makes getting in and out of the car easier. Regarding the trunk size, Eric says it is able to fit up to 2 full-size carry-ons and 2 full-size check bags all at once. Foldable wheelchairs will fit as well. The screen size is 21 inches as we expected, and the resolution is the same as in the Model 3 and Model Y today. We already know that Tesla wants to make the Cybercab as cheap to produce as possible, so here Eric confirmed the vehicle will have roughly half the parts compared to the Model 3, and the body structure will have 60% less components compared to the Model Y. An engineer also said to Ali that half the amount of humans are required to build the Cybercab, not including the Optimus in this process here, compared to Model Y, maybe less. This is achieved by reducing part count by half, increasing automation, and the unbox process. The Tesla owner filming this has also given out some info based on his talks with engineers, which we haven't been able to verify, but have no reason to doubt it either. For example, the body material of the Cybercab hasn't been finalized yet, and the Cybercab does come with steer-by-wire. The brakes still use hydraulic fluid, but are designed for the unbox process. Also, here is the height of the robotaxi from the ground to its seats. We know one of our newsletter readers was wondering about this question, so here it is. Ali also says it's higher than it looks, and it is actually very easy to get in and out of. On why the Cybercab doesn't come with any Tesla logo, you already guessed it, and Elon just confirmed it. If the product is special enough, no logo is needed. Is it bearable or unbearable? Meet the Cybertruck, the work of Metro Raps and the artist WH is B. This creation was seen at Art Basel in Miami with a faux fur covering. I've seen some weird Cybertrucks already, but this one is by far the strangest.